Hello everyone, good evening to all and welcome back to my channel. So today in this video, I am going to discuss about one of the most important topic of writing skill, that is notice writing. So at the end of this video, you will be able to understand the meaning of notice, format of writing a notice, marks distribution along with a lot of examples. So let's begin. So what is a notice? A notice is a written or printed announcement. For example, notice for sale. You have heard that anytime any notice which comes, we are reading that notice. So it is a written in order to inform large number of people about something that has happened or is about to happen. So what is the intent behind writing a notice? What is our intention that should be known first? Because first the content should be ready, first the audience should be ready, and at the last, after considering all the point, we are writing the notice. So it is written in order to inform a large number of people about something that has happened or is about to happen. It could be an upcoming event, competition, lost and found notice, or just a piece of information that to be delivered to the targeted audience. As I told you, first we need to target the audience to whom we want to convey the particular message. After that, we need to draft the notice. So it is generally written in a formal tone. No informal tone is allowed in notice writing, because you are not writing an informal letter to your relative or any of your friend so that you can use the informal language. So while writing a notice, only those points will be written which is necessary by the speaker to announce to its audience and to make them aware about the information. So notice are factual and to the point. As I told you, notice are always factual. Facts must be included in the notice and it should be to the point, towards the targeted audience. So the language used in simple and formal. Whatever language we are using, that should be very simple and that should be very formal. Not for flowery, or we can say we cannot use the flattering languages like we are approaching someone or we want to convince someone. The direct information should be given in a very simple language. They are put up on display boards in schools or in public places. There are different kinds of notice and different kinds of audience. It depends upon the writer of the notice that how he want to convey his information in front of his audience. So let us move forward towards format of writing a notice. So whenever we are writing any kind of notice, format should be kept in mind first. The notice writing format should include the name of the institution, the issuing authority, notice, title, dates and writer's name with designation. A notice should contain all the necessary details. For example, as I have mentioned here some details, first you need to mention the name of the issuing authority. Suppose you are a school student and you are writing a notice to inform your fellow members or to inform your fellow students about some event that is going to happen in your school. So accordingly, you have to write the name of your school, then date of issuance or release date of the notice. Like whenever any picture is released, before that any trailer is coming. So just like that, you have to write the date of the notice on which you are going to publish it. Then the third thing is the title or subject of the event. What is the title? What you want to inform to your audience, that should be written very specifically. That is known as the title or subject of the event or subject of the notice. Then body, date, time, duration, place, venue. When and where, these things should be considered. Suppose you are going to describe about some event, then you should write about that particular type of event, the date of the event, the time when the event will be conducted, then the duration of the event, from which time it will begin and up to which time it will end. Then the place where that event will be conducted, that also you need to mention in your notice. And venue means place. When and where, In simple language we can say. Then authorized signatory means the name and the signature and the contact details of the person who is writing the notice. Because if you want to inform someone, like if you are writing a lost and found types of notice, then at that time if you are not giving your contact details, then any person who might find that particular thing which is lost that belongs to you, how could that person is going to contact you? That is why it is very important, if you are writing any notice, you should mention your contact details along with your name and number. Okay, so authorized signature means the person who has written the notice, at the end of the notice the signature of that person should be mentioned. And always remember one thing, whenever you are drafting any kind of notice, that should be kept inside a box, because for box also some marks are there. Now let us move forward towards the sample, or we can say this is the specimen. Name of the issuing authority. First you need to write here the name of the issuing authority. So for example, you can write any school's name. Suppose if you are a school student, so you can write the name of your school, like ABC Convent School. Okay, then after that what you need to write? You have to write in block this thing, notice, because it's a notice and audience should know that you are writing a notice. Then date of the issue, the date on which you are writing the notice. For example, today is 21st March and today you are drafting any notice, so you can put up the date like this, 21st March 2022. Then title and subject of the event, like for example, lost and found notice you are writing, or you are writing to invite someone, or you are writing you want to invite some write-ups from the students, or there is a football match that is going to be organized in your school. You want the other fellow members, or you want the other students to follow that, or to read that notice and come to the particular means a class teacher, or to the class, wherever they want to come, they will go and they will inform that authority. Okay, then the title of the subject or title or the event, title or subject of the event should be mentioned. After that, body should be written. Body means what you will write in the body, like this is to inform all the student, or it is hereby informed to all the student that we are going to organize a football match on 23rd of April. Okay, and it will be organized in our school field only. The time will be 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. and venue, as I told you, venue is about your school field, that is your school field. Then the departure time is 6:30 for all the student. Or if you want to mention the prizes also, the winner team will get the cash prize, or they are going to get the award, anything, any specific thing that you want to mention, you can mention that. But remember, it should be direct and formal. Then after writing this, date, time, duration, place, venue, each and every detail you need to give in the body. Then authorized signatory means the name, designation and signature of the person who is writing the notice should be written at the last, and it should be drafted inside a box. So your notice is complete now. As you can see, the lines are very thin, that is why it is not visible here, but box is there. Okay, so let us move forward. Topics for classes 6 to 12. As students, you know that notice writing is beginning from standard 6 and up to 12th, in whether you are a CBSE board student or an ICSE board student. It is very important for all of you to consider notice writing as one of the important topic if you want to gain marks. So notice writing topics, if we will see some topics, then a notice can be written for various reasons. The format of notice writing remain the same in all cases, although the format will remain same, but notices are written for different purposes. So here is a list of topics for writing notice that students must prepare. See students, as you can see, competition. If you want to inform to a certain number of audience about some competition, then you can write a notice. An excursion trip, lost and found notice, most of the time it is coming in your CBSE board that your tiffin box is lost, so draft a notice. Then an inauguration to take place, an exhibition, then blood donation camp to be held. These are some topics. So let me tell you about standard 12 marks distribution. This is the marks distribution. For your format, 1 mark is there. If you have written an enriched content, then you will get 2 marks. Then for content you will get 2 marks. If you have well expressed with a very simple and formal tone, then you are going to get 1 mark, and total if we'll see, then you will get 4 marks. So let us move forward. Points to remember. So students, whenever you are writing a notice, these are some points that you should keep in mind. First, notice writing tip is that please follow the given tip while attempting a question based on notice writing format for class 12. If you are in standard 12, then notice writing is very important thing, and this thing you should consider. Do not cross the word limit to avoid the penalty of marks, because suppose 50 word limit is given to you, and if you are crossing that word limit, then might be there are chances that you will lose mark. So don't cross the word limit. That is the first tip. Okay, the prescribed word limit is 50, not more than 50 words, because as I told you, notice is a formal writing format, and in that formal writing format the tone should be very formal and it should be written in a very simple language. Then repetition, point number 2 is repetition of any information should be avoided. If you have written that my tiffin box that I have lost in the school field, then you don't need to write that particular type of sentence again and again. So repetition should be avoided. Then point number 3 is always enclose the notice in a box. As I told you, always enclose the notice in a box is one of the most important thing. Make sure you draw the box with pencil, because suppose you have written a very good notice, okay, but while making the box, at that time might be you have the ruler with you or not, I don't know, but if you are using the ruler then it's perfect. But if you don't have ruler, then please use pencil. Instead, I will suggest you to use pencil for drawing the box, because it is always the good suggestion. Then keep your notice short, crisp and to the point. Yes, as I told you, no entertainment is required while you are writing the notice, because it is very simple and it should be very formal to the targeted audience. Then highlight the word notice and title. Whatever is the title, that should be highlighted in block letters, and notice also should be written in block letters, because people, those who are watching that notice, they should know that you have drafted a notice, and they should know the title, means the purpose, the subject of the notice should be very clear to your audience in order to make them aware regarding the issue or regarding the event. Alright, and it can be either bold or underlined. Yes, this 2 aspect you should keep in mind. Either you can underline the topic or you can write it in bold letters. Alright, then the title should be captivating and eye-catching. Yes, whatever title you have written, or whatever title you are writing, it should be it should have some eye-catching phrase, so that the reader will come towards your notice. The reader will be attracted towards your notice. Alright, then let's practice. Question number 1 is that here I have prepared some sample for all of you, so that it will be helpful for you to understand the concept more clearly. So question number 1 is that suppose water supply will be suspended for 8 hours, 10 am to 6 pm on 6th of March for cleaning of the water tank. Write a notice in about 50 words advising the resident to store water for a day. You are Karan Kumar or Karuna Bajaj. If you are a girl, then assume yourself as Karuna Bajaj. If you are a boy, then assume yourself as Karan Kumar. Secretary, Janta Group Housing Society. Then Palam Vihar, Kurnool, yes, Kurnool and Yes, this question has came in 2016. That is why I have given here, because this is one of the important question. This type of notices are coming in your examination, if you'll see. Then how? So see in the question, everything is written about the name of the organization is written. Then each and everything is your designation is written. Each and everything is written. And if in the notice your designation is already written and along with the name, then you should write that particular name. You cannot write your own name, because in the notice it is already given. If you are a boy, then you have to use the name Karan Kumar, and if you are a girl, then you have to use this name Karuna Bajaj, because you are the secretary of Janta Group Housing Society. So accordingly you have to write the notice. So let's see the answer. So as I told you, first the name of the issuing authority should be there, or the name of the organization should be mentioned. So as it is written, Janta Group Housing Society, then address is also, address means that short address is written there. Then notice is written in bold letter. After that date is given. Then attention word, this is a catchphrase which is written here, because this notice is to inform all the resident regarding the suspension of water supply for 8 hours. So can you see the subject here is written attention. So whosoever will be the reader, he will get attracted towards your notice. That person will come towards your notice and they will see, because attention word is written which is catching their attention. Are you getting me? So this notice is to inform all the residents regarding the suspension of water supply for 8 hours. Means for 8 hours water will not come in their locality. So it is being done to clean the water tank. The details are as follows. Date will be 6th March and time will be 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. As mentioned in the question, the same formal thing you have to mention here in the notice. Thus, we request you to store the required amount of water beforehand to minimize the difficulty. Alright, then at last you can write here as thank you, and if you are Karan, but if you are a boy, then you can use the name Karan Bajaj, and if you are a girl, then you can use the name Karuna. Okay, and at last you have to write your designation, that is secretary. Alright, then let us see one more example. You are Ruhi or Rahul, head girl or boy of ABC Convent School. See, name of the issuing authority is written here. Your school is going to organize an inter-school singing competition. Okay, your school is going to organize one singing competition, and as Ruhi or Rahul, you have to write a notice for your school notice board inviting names of the interested students. So you got your target audience. Now how would you draft the notice? First thing is that you have to write ABC Convent School, the name of the issuing authority. Then this notice you have to write below, not at the top. I don't know why it is written on the top, but you should write it below. Okay, after the name of the issuing authority. Then inter-school singing competition, the subject matter should be written. Okay, inter-school singing competition. So the student, those who are very much interested in singing, they will come directly towards your notice. Our school is organizing an inter-school singing competition on March 19, 2019. Tuesday at 12 p.m. in the school auditorium. More than 20 schools from all over the city will participate. So interested students may contact the undersigned latest by 10th March 2019. So this is the exact detail. You can see here the date of the event is given, the venue is the school auditorium here, and then when it will start and when it will end, everything is given here along with the date. Okay, so to whom you need to contact, each and everything is given here. So this is known as a perfect notice. And at the last you have to write your designation, head girl or head boy. If you are a boy, then you can use the name of Rahul. If you are a girl, then you can use the name of Ruhi. Alright, so this was all about your notice writing. I hope this video is going to be very helpful for all my students. Thank you, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel.